Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to Mario Kart Central for our D1 playoff coverage. This is the first week of our playoff phase of the tournament, and we are headed back to D1 today. And I'm joined by Ginja.
Hey there. How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. So, yeah, we are watching STK versus Anony today. Our first time this season covering a Japanese team, which is really cool. And it's for our semifinals coverage, which is awesome. We actually have 3 Japanese teams in playoffs this season in D1, which is really cool. That match is also happening right now, I believe, so if you want to be watching both streams, I believe the other match is only being streamed on Mirativ, and you can probably find that link on Twitter or something if you want to be watching both. But for now, we're going to take a look at how the regular season panned out in Division 1. We have our wonderful graphic by Peva. So, yeah, the first thing that really stood out to me was PNX not making playoffs this season after their really wonderful performance and their division win. In fact, tournament win last season. I was very surprised. I think most people were very surprised that they didn't make it through. But yeah, they ended up tying. Their one tie was against Cyan, which was their biggest competition, and that win was crucial for them. But it ended up being a tie. Very unfortunate. They came so close.
Yeah, definitely very unfortunate. And yeah, also surprising to me was PNX not making playoffs. That was the team that I for sure thought would make it. And the champions not making the playoffs is really something that I did not expect this season. But good job to all these new teams like Anony. I've never seen them before except for this season. So good job on them for making playoffs. Definitely a big accomplishment for that team.
Yeah, definitely our Conference B showing up huge with three teams making it through. Just to cover a bit about these other teams, STK obviously made it playoffs last season, falling to PNX in semifinals. Alka were also in playoffs last season. They were the single Japanese team to make it. They fell to Dynamite in semis. Cyan were 5th place from last season. They ended up qualifying for playoffs this season, which is great. Love to see that from them. And then Anony are new this season and ended up with an impressive 6-4 record for their very first season of play. Yeah, really nice stuff there.
Yeah, definitely for sure. And definitely, this match in particular I don't particularly know who's going to win because of the fact that Anony is such a new team, and I personally don't know what to expect out of them. But I know Square Table Knights has been really good over the past couple of seasons. They've always been one of the top teams in the division. As we see the lineups here, as we see pretty standard lineup for Square Table Knights. Baseball Club and Sanch, I recognized immediately. 2 really solid players and threats on the team for sure. And Anony, I do recognize New York. I know he's a really good Japanese player. And personally, those 3 players in particular are my 3 players to watch through the matches today. As we're going to be seeing more than one match. We're going to be seeing at least 2 matches today. So definitely going to see a lot of action throughout the series today. So.
For sure. So, yeah, a little more info here about STK specifically. Baseball was on their roster last season, not playing as many matches, I don't think, maybe 3 or 4, but this season he's been a mainstay in their lineup. Mostly because this time zone, like these times for matches don't go very well with their left-hand players, so they've been using Baseball and Haruru more this season. And those two have become a mainstay in their lineup. And yeah, Baseball, obviously one of the best players in the game. Haruru, an up-and-comer as well. Very, very strong. And while he is newer, he's been putting up a lot of great performances for SDK. SanchZ, obviously, another mainstay in this lineup, and then Hadley bagging as well. This is pretty good stuff from them for today. Anony, yeah, definitely New York. Very solid player. But I also want to point out DIT. I think that he doesn't say he pronounced it like DIT with all the letters pronounced out. But multiple world record holder, very, very solid online player. Probably Anony's best performer. One player I don't see that I maybe would have liked to see is Maracas, but he's like a top 10 player in Lounge, but their lineup will do, I think. Kawa and Zeke are very strong players as well. So we are getting right into it here. First race, Mario Circuit R, I believe, not RT, just R. Yes. So SanchZ starting off right away. He could, yeah, he'll go for a red right away, get that guy off the glider, very nice. 2-3 now right away, and double reds, so this should be a swift first place takeover here for SanchZ at this set.
Yep.
Yeah, the Wendy attempts to drop, but not quick enough. It's going to be top 2 right away for SDK, and while that looks great, this track is not a very strong frontrunner.
Yeah, really good start though from SDK. Oh, as one of the members got trailed out there. And immediately 2-3-4, good start from STK, but that could immediately change with, though the bagger is in last for STK, so you got to keep that in mind as well.
That was oh wow, okay, that was a nice horn there from New York. Gonna put SanchZ a little bit farther behind, but without protection now, he might have a Nana, I can't quite tell. But still 2-3, and SanchZ with this mushroom, if he can hold this for the cut, he will be getting first.
Yes.
Barring like the star coming up from behind. There's a Bill early. That's Hadley actually. Hadley without shock because he just built up. Oh, he has another item behind that Bill. This could be huge.
Looks like they might get like top 2, 5, 6 possibly. That's a good start. Or 5, 7. Or, oh, 5, 8. Never mind. Yeah, but still, yeah. Good start though from STK there, for sure.
Yeah, I think Hadley may have built up a little too early, or maybe his last item was just not good and he fell to last. But either way, good attempt from him. Yeah, I think it just came down to his last item. Heading to RMX Mario Circuit 1. Similar concept, I'd say. The running is, I mean, it can work, but there are just many strong shortcuts. It may not be your best idea, but we'll see what each team decides to do here. SanchZ starting in last, so I think he'll be opting to go for those power items in the mid-pack.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely see that for sure. Like going for the powerful items and switching off smart steering. Especially in this track, I think that's a good idea to do as well. Pulling a mushroom first set. Still, you know, it's a good pull, but ops chain, which I totally understand. Because right now, SanchZ is the only one up here. So his team's bottom 3, so they might need shock here, actually. They're probably gonna go for it a little bit harder than that last race, so and SanchZ getting
nice
sniped
snipe.
out. Yeah, that was
Couldn't
pretty
quite
good.
tell who that was, but that's gonna put Anony in top 2. New York holding a heart in second. That is very, very strong. Blue shell not gonna connect. I think that was dodged. Interesting stuff there. So What I noticed right at the beginning is Anony didn't bag right off the bat and had like, I don't think he burned out, but he didn't like start up. He just got like a neutral start, but Anony were very quick to respond to that and they fell down. So that's good response there. But this is still looking decent for Anony if they can get those shrooms.
Good red there, putting them to first, and they had another one as well. But yeah, oh, but the spots keep switching. It's amazing to see. This track is so anything could happen in this track. It's crazy. Like they were bottom 3 at one point, and now they're like, wow, that's unfortunate. Top 3 for Anony there. Wow, that's really unfortunate, actually. Maybe they just didn't get the power items they needed that last set to like catch up there. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, like I said, I think that really came down to Anony were in 2-3-4 and they just got the shrooms they needed. And unfortunately, SanchZ not getting that snipe off on New York, that would have been huge, but he unfortunately undershot and hit his trail. But yeah, that was a really good adaptation, I think, from Anony. They were opting to all run, and then they started to drop out, knowing that that track is not being in first on the end of lap 2. You're not gonna get first. You're gonna get passed. So they adapted to that really quickly and had their other members drop. That was really nice.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a good race though from Anony there. But yeah, Rainbow Road. This is more of a longer track, Gil. More opportunities, I'd say, to I don't know. Could be a runner. I don't know, because there's not a lot of shortcuts here. I don't think.
Yeah, for sure. There's hardly any catch-up potential here. One hit and you are pretty much out. And STK, they know this for sure. They're getting up into these top spots right away. Top 2-4. Maybe top 3 even. They're just going to try and defend this. Again, really very little catch-up potential, especially with all these boost panels everywhere. If they hold this, they can't lose it. But Anony doing a good job taking out, I think that was Baseball, and already dropping him down. So only 2 people left to take care of.
Ooh, and one of the STK members getting hit out as well, so it's just SanchZ up there alone, which is not really the best right now if you're STK. Yeah, especially if you want to take the lead back.
Yeah, and then making quick work of these STK players in the front. That's, 2 already gone. SanchZ left with double protection, though, but with 2, 3, and maybe even 4 from Anony, they're going to start putting pressure on his protection here. At this next set. SanchZ, all he can do is drive his best and hope for more protection. Yeah,
definitely, but SanchZ holding his own right now against the 2-3 from Anony, and he's looking behind. Oh, double reds coming in. He's not going to change. This might be very unfortunate, actually, for SanchZ. Might get actually double redded out, but I think it will be fine because he will get first here. So.
Oh yeah! Wow. I'm very surprised he managed to hold that, since that looked like 2 reds chaining for 2 more items from whoever second place was. That's pretty surprising, but I have to commend Anony for making such quick work of that top 3. STK had at the very beginning. They just at one set, Baseball gone. At the next set, Haruru gone. Just leaving SanchZ up there. Now, STK ended up getting 4-5, which got them the winning race in the end, but not by enough. That's still, I believe,
I think like a +1. Yep.
Yeah, +1 race, so -5 still for STK.
Yeah, as we're going to Frap Snowland, pretty good track to a lot of shortcuts. So it's easy to catch up here.
Yeah, specifically the R version and like the RT version, your race is basically determined by your items going into that last set. Since there's just so much off-road to cut off. Sanchz starting in second, though, so he'll probably just opt to take the front right away. Maybe get a lucky shroom on the first set with, I believe that's Zeke who started in first. We'll see what he can manage to pull. He'll get a Nana. Not exactly what he wants. Green. Ooh, that green going to connect, I think, on Zeke. That's very nice play.
He gets the shroom, goes for the Nisk instead, probably opting for a better item, I'd say, in the back. But pulling a heart and a shroom still...
Get a heart, yeah.
That's still good to pull.
I think you can actually Nisk that by... You can hold your MT through that, but I think it's very hard to do. Maybe he was going for that, but I would assume, yeah, like you said, he was just dropping for an item. And this is a good solid pull right here. If he chains this heart, he will be invincible until the last set. But he opting to hold it, actually, that could be a sign that Hadley's holding it.
Yeah, that's definitely something that you got to keep in mind. As oh, and he opts to chain his heart. Let's see if he pulls in second. Oh, pulls another shroom. That could be good to possibly pass this Anony member, but ooh.
Oh, his heart's gone though.
Yeah, heart's gone. That's unfortunate.
Ooh, he could go for the... Oh,
but his defense got taken out. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
That's a top... Is that a top 2-4? Top 2-5 for...
No, Sanchz. You can't...
That was so unfortunate.
You can't be doing... Okay. Oh my gosh. So, he had the free red on DIT. DIT had no protection. But it got taken out by the snowman, and he'll get punished for that by New York's red. That... I mean, he could have that would have been a trade because New York would have redded him regardless. But that still would have been a much weaker race for Anony if he had gotten that red off. That is very unfortunate. Wow. Yeah, I gotta watch out for those snowmen there. There's several obstacles like that that'll take off your trails. Like the snowmen. The pipes on, like, 3DS Mario Circuit, we just saw that race 1. Those pipes also take off your trail. Stuff like that. You have to drive very well through that to keep your protection. That is really unfortunate mistake there for Sanchz.
Yeah, definitely, for sure, as we are... So SDK starting off in top 3, but this track, again, has a lot of shortcuts, so that can easily change, and immediately two of the members getting redded out. The spots can fluctuate very easily, so yeah, you got to keep that in mind. If you're like top 3 going into lap 2 or like something like that, you got to keep that in mind. So
yeah, I think what SDK tried to do there, all 3 of their runners pulled shrooms first set, and they were trying to run with that, but they got taken. 2 of them got taken out by 1 red, so that didn't quite work. Blue coming out on SDK. That was probably a dodge, though. I don't see anyone get hit. Sanchz has a shroom for the end, but so does half the room. He's going to get bumped on the ramp, and that's going to make him cut off less from the cut than he would have liked. And that's a bottom 2 for SDK. I think that's still winning for Anony. Yeah. Narrowly winning race. I think that could have been winning if Sanchz got to take that cut optimally. That is very unfortunate there. I think, yeah, like I said, I think he got bumped.
Yeah, that was just very unfortunate there, but definitely time to make adjustments and come back here for sure. But we're going to Waluigi Pinball RT, which is more of a longer track. Not a lot of shortcuts here, so you're not going to be seeing a lot of catch-up opportunities unless the team is like pulling like reds or something like that. So
for sure. All right, so yeah, that was race 5. So almost at the halfway mark. Anony slowly creeping forward with their lead here. The one running heavy running track we've seen so far, Anony have done a really nice job just breaking up that STK top, and that's what we've seen. STK trying to just run away at the beginning of many races, and it just hasn't been working out the way they've anticipated. Sanchz gonna get trailed right away, and that's, again, 1-3 right off the bat, even top 2 for Anony.
Yeah, definitely a good start here. Though the 6-7 will probably be wanting to catch up here sometime soon because this is more of a runner, and you probably are going to maintain your spots unless you pull something that's decent. Ooh, I think
Yeah, that back.
Sanj actually got that snipe out. That
Yeah,
was
the back
impressive.
connected. Good
So,
stuff, but Hadley should be trying to drop. Yeah, he'll drop to try to get the shock on that box.
good
Blue,
pull from
huge.
Sanj. Really
Yeah,
good
huge
pull.
blue here. He might try and blue him off the ramp. I would say that's probably the best place to use this. He'll try and blue first place.
Oh, but the shot
But
coming in.
shock. That's gotta be an Anony
That's got to
shock.
be, yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's Anony. Yep. For sure.
Wow. But that's still a SDK in top 2, and Sanch with the star too. All he has to do is get some reds off on third. Third has nothing. I believe that's DIT. No reds.
Yeah.
So he'll probably get fourth, but wow. That shock backfired heavily for Anony.
That was just
Top
really
2 for 6
unfortunate.
even. Yeah.
But really good
that
race
is the
there from
mistake.
SDK there for sure.
That is
Shock
the
really
mistake.
backfired, unless you said.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the mistake that SDK needed to capitalize on there, because that was not looking like the greatest race. Even with that blue, well, I mean, with the blue, it was gonna help, but that shock helped them even more. I think that was great for them. That's gonna be a plus 13 race, bring the lead or Anony's lead down to 2 points at the half.
Yeah. I think both teams are playing actually really well right now to keep it this close, and I think just small minor things from both sides will swing it one way or the other way. So, yeah, but again, there's a lot of time though, so you gotta always keep that in mind. Something big could happen.
Alright, headed to... This is RMX Rainbow Road 2R here. Yep, right off the bat, Sanch taking that trail. Kind of saw that one coming, but right away, 134, or 234, battle for first, it looks like. Again, this is another track that's super run heavy, and yeah, that's another Anony member gone. Sanch could go for a snipe here. He might... No, he might opt to hold it. He has this heart, too. That could be great, because STK bottom, too. Shock is pretty likely from them.
Yeah, for sure. Much needed draft though. Ooh, but it gets redded for it.
He'll get... No, I think that was a trail from his
Oh, but he
teammate.
dodged!
Yep, there's the
And he
shock.
picked up a ground mega. That's what. That's really good for Sanch actually, and this top 2 will definitely break away a little bit. I'd say. Top
Yeah, a
3
little
now.
bit, but the mushrooms will help Anony, but there's really just one important set here for Anony to capitalize on, and that's not going to be likely. Top 3 here. For SDK, although... Oh, nope. Like I said, Anony doing a great job at taking out these tough spots. Third is already gone, but it looks likely that Sanch holds this. Goes for a back.
Yeah, top 2 though for I think top 2 5-6. Good race from STK. They're definitely gonna take the lead back, so good on them.
Yeah, I would assume that was Sanchez's call, because he was going to lose quite a bit of time from taking the trail, and that was nice quick thinking from him. Gets the hard off and gets the dodge. He gets most of the room into the set, but when you have 2 of your teammates dodging, plus the shock user close behind, that's still going to benefit you no matter what. Really nice stuff there, and quick thinking.
Yeah, for sure. As we're going to Bowser Castle 1T, I'd say, there are some catch-up opportunities here due to the dash panels, but I don't particularly think it will. I don't know. I think there's some time to catch up, though, so you gotta keep that in mind. Always time.
There's some time, however, I believe this is the version where... Yeah, this is the one with the giant ramp with the box on top that you most often don't want to go for, so there's really only one set here. So people who have the shrooms right now, looks like 2 of Anony members do. That's huge for them right off the bat. Gonna take the top spots right away. 1 through 5. SanchZ, yeah. SanchZ getting trailed, he'll have to go for this box. He'll lose time because of it. And it doesn't look like it's gonna be worth it much. Only a heart and Sherman last. This is looking really good for Anony.
Yeah, but I think one of the SDK members still in first, but I don't know if he'll hold it necessarily. 1-4-6-7, maybe something good. Who gets the red off? That's at least somewhat decent. And
Yeah.
he's gonna have to not go for the box here, but yeah, I don't know what's if he's gonna hold it or not. 2-4-5-7, 6 maybe. I don't know, but not the worst race ever, I'd say, for SDK.
Yeah, it definitely could have been worse. But yeah, like I said, DIT ended up taking the lead off baseball, and that's going to give them the winning race by probably just 1 point, I would assume. Yeah, just 1 point. But really, that's what Anony were hoping for there. I mean, maybe even more, because they had a really strong beginning. They pulled 2 mushrooms first set. But STK responded pretty well, and baseball did a nice job holding the front until, unfortunately, that last set, I think he got passed. So now we are looking at, I believe this is just the R version of RMX Mario Circuit 1. Yeah, just the R version. Shrooms here are huge at the beginning. Looks like that's like 4 players taking that cut right away. Top 2 right off the bat for Anony. Yet again.
Yeah, really good start, but SanchZ getting taken out, but 2-3 at the moment, but a bottom 2, maybe opting to go for the better items here and have the going for shock. So if they do pull shock here, that could be big, but top 2 for STK, big as well.
Yeah, that snipe kind of helped him because it secured that red onto New York, and New York is now in last. So that was not the worst possible outcome for SanchZ here, and another shroom for him. Pretty solid. He could go from like a back and then go into this cut. I don't know if he'll... No, he's going to hold this mushroom for now. But Hadley in last. I don't know if a shock's... Okay, now he has the heart. If Hadley has shock here, and the heart in second, I think. Oh, it might have just ended. Can Haruru take out first here? That's the question. He'll get... No, he has 2 reds. Yeah, there he goes.
He does take him out. Wow, top 3.
And, yeah, baseball shrimming up. That's
that was
top
big.
3 5. That's a plus 17. That is huge. That's going to push their leads very, very far forward here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's a really nice catch-up from Hadley there.
Was a good play from SDK. Taking it out first. That was what they needed to do, and they did it. And they did it with perfection. So, really solid race for them. Square Table Knights, and we're going to push them, push their lead even further. So, definitely good on them. As we're going to Donut Plains 1R, I'd say there's some potential for catch-up. There's always potential for catch-up, but on this track, I'd say there's some shortcuts that you can take that can catch up here. So, you got to keep that in mind based off of strategy purposes.
So, plus 17, that pushes STK's lead to 25 points with 3 left. That is a pretty tall order, I would say. But Anony are capable, and like you said, this track is a very, very lucky, I would say, for Anony to pull this track here. This is what they need right now. A solid track that they can just run and shroom up and take those top spots. Nice red there from, I think, New York is... No, not New York. DIT is the Wendy, I think. So that's a nice red there. But SanchZ could get a very nice chain here. In 6th place. Triple shrooms. Yeah, exactly what he needs. Wow. Nice bomb from Zeke. He takes out DIT, but that's the trade that's worth it here. Just keeping Hadley and SanchZ back here, that's all they need. However, top 2 for baseball and Haruru. And this two stars from STK back here, that's going to be nice to catch up with.
Yeah, definitely. So the top 2 is big. I don't think they're gonna. Yeah, they're gonna get probably 6-8 here, unless he. Yep, 6-8 because of the bill, unfortunately. But still, good race from. I'd say good race from STK. Probably a winning race. So
Yeah,
still
still
good on
winning.
them.
That's all they need. That is
Yeah,
all they
definitely at
need.
this point.
It was looking good there for Anony, but I don't think they had the shrooms to capitalize on the cut, and that left Haruru and baseball in top 2. That's all they needed. And that's even a decent race still. +5. 30 with 2 left. That is, yeah, that is going to be a very tall order for Anony now.
Yeah, definitely. And though on this track, I'd say like RT, this is a brand new version of this track. A lot of ramps and the big loop. So I'd say on this track, you want to make sure that you're in the top spots, even though because of the ramps, unfortunately getting sniped out there. Top 4 already. What happened at the start besides StanCz getting sniped out here? But let's see if they can hold it potentially up, and they end up losing the spot there, which is unfortunate. But still top 3. Wonder how that happened.
I think that was New York dropped out on purpose because he's gonna try and go for shock maybe. Oh, but maybe not because he'll take the red off on StanCz. I mean, if they can pull this off, these current positions they're in, they could be. This could be like the catch. But I see a bill in 6th. I think that's Haruru. No, baseball. Sorry, baseball is the Wendy. Bill in 6th and this Mega, they're both holding these items. That could mean something.
Yep, that's a shock. That's a big shock for STK. Definitely needed. But I personally, I don't know if that'll be, might be enough actually.
No, I think if baseball gets first here, it's secured. They can't lose. Maybe let's see if baseball can pull it off. Maybe not. Still
Probably
top
not.
2. Bomb, nice bomb from SanchZ, but
I think that was 3, 4, 5, 6. Still good though. Still winning though for Anony, but not a big win.
Is that
I'd say not a big win. So
no, only +3. That's yeah. Anony are mathematically out of it with 1 race left. That is STK taking the first match here. Very good effort from Anony. They started in those top spots, and that looked really good, but yeah, how are they pulling the shock? Exactly what they needed. Really, all they needed was the 1 top spot, and baseball with that bill pulled it off right there. Although I do have to commend SanchZ. That was a very nice bomb snipe on the line, and avoiding the back bomb that someone else had. Very nice individual play, but really that came down to how they shock. Very nice play. So this last race, StanCz pulling out the bulldozer. They know they've won. They're just gonna play out this last race in style, I guess.
yeah, and good on them. Good on STK making the adjustments necessary, getting that top 3-5 on what was that, Donut Plains or something like that? I forget. But yeah, good overall performance. Good overall performance this first match here, but we're gonna have to see if Anony can force a match 3. They definitely can. Definitely make adjustments necessary to force a match 3, but I don't know necessarily if they're gonna do it. And getting a good race here would definitely be a confidence booster going into the next match.
Yeah, for sure. And what I think, what this match came down to was these teams. I think they have very differing play styles. You know, STK, they rely so heavily on running, and like they have STK, like they have baseball and Sanch, some of the best runners in the game. Okay, a top 4 just to
Four to end it off. My
yeah,
goodness.
salt in the wound right there.
Wow,
That's gonna what is
that's
that
the
lead? That's
opposite of what I thought would happen.
that's a
Wow.
plus 46. That stings, but I mean at that point it didn't matter. But still, that's nice end result. Wow, okay. Baseball dropping the 93. Okay. This man needs to be stopped in the second match for sure. Like I was just talking about, Sanch, Baseball, they are some of the best runners in the game. They rely so heavily on that front presence. But Anony, they play very, very well in mid-pack. We even saw multiple races where Anony were just taking out STK's runners one by one when they were holding top 2, top 3. Well, I think that's a really good thing to have. They need to also have someone in that front presence in those top 2 spots, so when Anony can make those mid-pack plays, they can capitalize by still having someone in the front. I think that's what they need to focus on for next match, getting someone up there and holding that first or second. And if they can do that, I think Anony will look really nice. I think overall, Anony's item play, I mean, other than shock, because Hadley got more shocks, but Anony's like mid-pack item play was very impressive, but not enough if you can't maintain those top spots. So, looks like we are going to be taking a break here soon, but yeah, I think the teams are going to be opting to take the full break until the next hour to start the next match. So this will be yeah, pretty substantial break here, but yeah, really nice first match. I mean, the break could definitely help Anony like reset. That was a pretty substantial win from SDK. Anony could use that mental reset. In 20 minutes, I think that's a pretty good amount of time for them to do that.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I'd say that the adjustments made throughout the break, maybe thinking up a new game plan, maybe switching lineups. Yeah, you never know what's bound to happen. Maybe this break will help Anony. Maybe this break will help SDK recuperate and adjust. So you always, yeah, as you said, gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah, maybe we can get the table up. If I don't know if that's going to be made right away, but we can talk about the results more in depth. But yeah, like we said before, Baseball, huge player in this match.
Yep, one of my 3 players to watch, and he definitely performed really well there, and as expected. So, yeah, good on Baseball Club, though. He played really well this match, for sure.
One thing we could see if we can get is the result of the first match of the other D1 semifinal. Again, Alka and Cyan Butterfly are playing right now. Yeah, let's see if we can get the result of that. It appears I'm getting word that Alka took match 1 off of Cyan.
Wow. Good job by Alka taking that first match, though.
Yeah, definitely. I think Alka, I mean, both of those teams I personally am fans of. Alka making it to playoffs last season, and they were looking very strong, but they added Kaguya to their lineup for this season, and they are he's such a huge player for them, helping them out this season. Seeing them in finals would be great, but Stein as well, they fell just short of playoffs last season, so seeing them make it this season and move out to finals would be awesome too. But we do see the table here, Alka with a +8, so a very close match. Very close match from them. Yeah, this looks like a very close war here. Kaguya, 65 MVP, not nearly what we saw. Very contrasting from what we saw just now in this match, but very good result for Alka nonetheless.
Yeah, even keeping it, even winning the match, even if it's by 8, it's still pretty good for Alka, and definitely something for them personally that's good going into the second match, potentially due to the fact that they don't want to force a match 3, so getting that first win, definitely big for both Alka and Square Terminats here, so definitely, if you want to force a match 3, both teams have to make adjustments, I'd say, so.
Yeah, for sure. So hopefully we can see the STK Anony result, the table. Let's take a closer look at it, but yeah. I mean, we can think about now STK and Alka being the winners of these first matches. STK and Alka in finals. Thinking about how that would go, I think, again, that would be a very close match. I think Alka has that front presence and also that mid-pack play that we were talking about. Kaguya, again, one of the best runners in. And they have solid like mid-pack players. 10MP specifically, he strives, I think, in just all positions. And then it was what, Kogapi and KJ, they're third and fourth. Yeah, here we go. Kogapi and KJ, I think both of them are very strong in the pack as well. And that would, again, I think that playstyle would go really well against SDK in a like final scenario.
Yeah, definitely is. Yeah, overall, really close match in this. So I honestly think Cyan Butterfly, right? They could take it to match 3 here because of how close it was, though. They might really do solidly here. So I'm not particularly sure what's gonna happen between Alka and Cyan Butterfly, but I'm thinking they might be able to pull it off. I don't know. They might be able to pull off the match 2 and 3 comeback. So that's my prediction, but I'm not sure. I think Alka though could take one of these matches pretty easily as well. So
one thing I noticed that just now that I didn't see right away is no Masheron for Cyan Butterfly. Instead, they running with Toko Roten and Mochi. Not sure if Meshiron is around today, if they could use him in the second match potentially, but he is one of their best runners, if not their best runner. They've played many matches without him, but I think it would give them an edge going into the second match if he were to play. Not sure if we're going to see him, but I think in Da, still holding up this lineup here. Not sure what happened to Da. It looks like he just fell off after GP1, and that could potentially contribute to what we're seeing here, result-wise.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I think we're gonna go into a break now. We'll come back shortly before the match. We'll talk about if we get any substitutions. I think on STK at least we will. We'll talk about those and head into the second match. So yeah, don't go anywhere. We will be back shortly. All right, everyone, welcome back. We are back after a shorter break than we anticipated, but it looks like the match is actually going to start pretty quickly here. So let's cover the lineup changes because both teams are actually making changes here. So Lewis MX is going to sub in for Haruru from last match. Also, yeah, we'll bring up the table since now it's finally made. Again, baseball, huge result. Close scores across the board for Anony. I think all of them did their part, but like we discussed before, not enough to take out like the huge runners from SDK. So Lewis is going to sub in for Haruru on the side of SDK. And then Anony. So Anony is going to make 2 changes here, actually. So Maracas is actually, we talked about him before the first match. He's going to sub in for Kawa. And I believe his name is in Japanese characters, but I believe it's Iwashi is what he goes by. Is going to sub in for Zeke. So 2 subs for Anony. And we're going to see if they can make any adjustments with these 2 new players in. I'm not too familiar with Iwashi, but Maracas, we talked about him before. Top 10 player in Lounge. He is very strong overall player. Definitely think he can support, DIT in New York in the pack. Lewis as well on the side of SDK. Very strong player in his own right.
Yeah, definitely. And I think these subs for Anony might be able for them to force a match 3 here due to the fact that they're taking out their bottom 2 players. As we're going into it right away, RMX Mario Circuit 1T. I think in the last war, I forget who. I know this is definitely a catch-up track for sure. Definitely, items are a big key here, but forget who won the race last year. But yeah.
I'm not sure if we saw 1T. I believe we saw 1R at the very least, and maybe the regular version. But again, like we discussed, this track, very good shock track, very nice catch-up track. SDK have been doing very nice in scenarios like that. So let's see. Right off the bat, SDK, Hadley remaining in last. Typical stuff here. That's a top 3 right away, though, however. Kind of. Ish. Yeah. Top spots right off the bat. Nice. Yeah. Very nice avoiding that Nana. That was very close. Looks like...
Fortunately, it doesn't pull any defense, but it won't matter here, as SanchZ will be keeping first for the moment. And though easily could change. Easily could change here. So
that was a nice play from SanchZ. He saw DIT was dropping and trying to get a second place box, but SanchZ ended up getting it himself. He went for a side red, didn't quite connect, wasn't quite close enough. But he will keep first here, but however, that is going to be a double coin.
Yeah, not something that you want to see, especially with Anony being, I think 2-3. It keeps fluctuating. Yeah, but pulling a horn, but yeah, that's probably going to be Anony taking first, but 2-3-4 still going to be solid unless SanchZ does pull a red here, and he does. Oh, but
1 red.
It's to trail off. The 2-3-4 potentially. Oh. I think
that's
one of them
TK
got hit out
from Lewis.
1-3. Top two bottom 2. Okay.
That was going to be a top 3, I think, for STK, but Lewis Mega's baseball off the ramp, I believe, and that's going to cost quite a bit of points there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there.
That turns a plus 13 into a plus 3.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate there, and something that that could have been adjusted. But at the moment, we're going to 3DS Mario Circuit, which I believe, have not been to yet. We've been to the R version of this track, but we've not been to this version in particular. So, basically plays the same way as R, but I just, adjustments might have to be made. I don't know. It's like it could go either way. It could go either way. This track in particular. So.
I think it plays, like you said, it plays similarly to the R version, but this version doesn't have quite as many shortcuts at the end, like quite as much catch-up potential. It still has a pretty big cut right outside of the glider, but not as much time to cut off as the R version with these two substantial grass cuts. SanchZ taking a trail right away, being in last. Maybe he'll... No, Hadley's gonna drop. SanchZ gonna try and pull some dodge items here. 2 shrooms, however. And he cannot pass DIT with... Oh no, his red's gone. Never mind. So... yeah, right off the bat, Lewis or Baseball in first. They're both using Wendy, so that's kind of annoying, but... looks like a battle for first, actually, but... again, not being in last, and SanchZ with the star here. Although DIT actually has a heart, so that... oh no. Oh wait, he used it. Okay, so he's in a heart. 2 bombs. Yeah,
who does not get the chain off, though, but does pull a mushroom. So that could be definitely beneficial, but... yeah, maybe getting that chain would have been better. And,
New York hitting a Nana here. That's...
he's pulling a heart in fourth. Not a bad pull for SanchZ at the moment.
No, I have to be inclined to think that SDK has shock just because Hadley's been in last the whole race.
No. Unfortunate trail, but yeah, SDK might have shock here, but I'm not particularly sure if it's guaranteed.
It's not enough. No, Hadley, I think he built up. He didn't have it.
Yeah.
And Lewis gets taken out. Hadley gonna
bottom
third,
3.
I think.
Oh,
no, he gets third, but still. Top 2, 4, 5. That went catastrophically. That blue shell, it looked like Lewis, I think that was Lewis who got blued. It looked like he was far enough ahead, but not quite. I think Baseball might have like clipped and got the spin out instead of the flip. So that caused SanchZ to hit him. And that just what a roadblock that blue ended up being for SDK. That was a very nice throw from whether he intended to throw it like whether he spammed it or whether he intended to get them in the spiral. That was a very nice blue show.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate, and something that could have been saved, perhaps. You never know. It could have been played differently. They could have maintained top spots and not get bottom 3, but we're going into SNES Mario Circuit 2 RT, so this track, catch-up potential is high, so you got to keep that in mind, I'd say.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see Hadley bag. He might stay in last, but this is not like a heavy bagger by any means. Yeah, everyone's just gonna run. 2 Nanas first set, not with SanchZ once, but he has another set before the Nisk. Looks like... okay. I like this from STK. They dropped to try and get better items with that set. SanchZ not gonna drop... He opts to run, but his teammates opt to drop. That's nice from them. Yeah, Baseball comes up with a Mega because he dropped to pull it. That was very nice. Red Shell onto SanchZ, but again, a whole lap left, and they can just take that cut next lap too if they want, and if they're able. So, looking, oh, star in fourth. Yep, there it is, star in fourth for SanchZ. He wins this race.
That's a really good pull. Potentially could save the race here. If he holds his off to use it, takes a big, gonna probably take the shortcut here, takes it, yes. Gets a Struman first, top 4, maybe?
Yeah.
Top 3? Yeah, that's big. That's huge. That's huge. after the Mario Circuit race and coming back with that's incredible.
Exactly the response they needed, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, I really like how SDK played that. They noticed that they were starting in a lot of tops, and that is not good on this track. You really need to take that cut on lap 2 specifically, but on lap 1 obviously too, but lap 2 in order to take a win there. And they dropped to pull those power items the second set, and it paid off huge. Baseball came up in the Mega. Sanch as well with the star in 4th, you know. That is obviously going to net you a first place, but yeah, I really like in general how SDK played that race.
Yeah, as we're going to Royal Raceway R, I'd say that this track is personally a good track for me personally to catch up on. Let's say like that last turn, you can make a lot of ground, I'd say.
Yeah, the last set, chaining into that last set with like a star or mega is very strong, but is this a disconnect? Looks like it might be. We went all of match 1 without one, but
yeah,
it looks like it's going to be a general DC
I think
here.
3 races. Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
just
there we
disconnect.
go. So
Unfortunate.
I don't know if we're going to see that track right away or not. Again, I'm not... Yeah, I know. I think we will. Or... maybe? I don't know. The cup just changed, so we might not see that again. But, either way, this is very close. +1 for SDK after 3. 2 very big races. 1 for Anony, 1 for SDK. Yeah, I'm liking how Anony have adapted, but like just so far based off of how race 2 went, but just how very like nicely SDK played race 3. This is going to be a very close match.
Yeah, definitely, and I really don't know what's gonna happen here. To be honest, even going into these next few races up 1, I don't know what's gonna change, what tracks there's gonna be. You never know what's gonna happen until it happens. So yeah, definitely got to keep that in mind.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right, we have some accusations in Twitch chat, accusing Sanch of being a whale with 600 rubies. Not sure what to think about that. Maybe Sanch will have a response for that later. But getting right into the next race, it is going to be the same track actually. So, like you said, really the only catch-up potential is the ending. I mean, oh, it's R. Okay, never mind. So you also have the cut at the beginning, right before like where the glider end of the glider would be on the normal version. That like turn. So definitely several cuts here, but running is possible, especially if you can take that very first cut. Puts you ahead by quite a bit. Sanch is starting in first, so we could see him pull this first place mushroom, but yeah, let's see what happens here. It really comes down to how this first set plays out.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna necessarily put. Yeah, he's not gonna pull a mushroom there. And Anony does. So, though I don't. It's easy. I personally think that it's still not the most difficult thing to catch up on this track, but having a bomb and a mushroom, I don't know if you want that at the moment, especially when you're wanting to get into like top 2, for example. But
this could be
not get the snipe there, unfortunately.
Oh,
almost get sniped himself.
Okay. And he pulls another one. Okay. This is very interesting right now. Honestly, he could like shroom up and go for a trail.
I think he's opting to take the cut here. Is what I'm predicting.
Oh,
just for
that's also true.
separation. Oh, the blue.
That blue's still gonna go for baseball. That is unfortunate. Maybe
Yeah,
he'll
pulling
get
the
this
bomb
trail
in
off
first
on
though.
Maracas. Not quite. Yeah, but this bomb in first is very huge.
Oh, but the shot coming into play, I
Shock.
think that might have been that was Anony. That was definitely Anony. They are top 3 and
Well,
about to be top 4. Or,
oh,
well,
2 through 5.
2 through 5. Yeah.
I mean, STK were in the back that whole time. I don't know how that could have been an Anony shock, but it helps them out regardless. 2 through 5 very easily can take out. I think that was baseball who also dodged. Not going to be a tough task for them, I think. Eh? No, I think he
Does
still
he get
gets
the?
first.
No, he does not get the pass. Unfortunate. 1-4-6-8. That's the winning. Or is that losing by 1?
It's a 1.
Oh, that's
result.
losing by 1. Okay, that's losing by 1. So is it tied?
Yep. Tie
It's
result after
tied.
4.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Unless Anony pulled that, like, second set or something when they were in 7th. Because I don't think Hadley left last. And I saw STK in bottom 2, lap 2, so I'm not sure what that was. But I mean, Anony benefited greatly from that, so... Oh, okay, so it looks like we are getting word that there were 2 shocks in play there. So that is... I'm assuming this is a glitch. I can't imagine this is intended, however. You can... 7th and 8th can pull shock at the same time on the same item set. But that is... I don't think that's intended, because that's not normal. You can't... Once one shock's in play, you can't pull another one in normal circumstances. So I'm assuming that is a glitch. But that is what happened there. So Anony... I'm assuming Anony used that, but SDK also had one. And we're waiting till last set. I would assume that's what the play was going to be. So that is interesting shakeup to how that race was probably going to end up. But regardless, we have a tie. And this is Mario Circuit again here. E, actually, I believe. So
Yeah, personally, starting off strong here could be beneficial for either team, as we see a 2-3-4 or 1-3-4 already for STK, but again, it's fluctuating. Spots are constantly changing. You never know what's going to happen, and I don't know what SanchZ line unfortunately gets the snipe on Luis, but personally don't know. Oh, gets the double reds though, so that would be that would be good.
Yeah, I don't think that connects
Unfortunate.
though. He's still in first. There's the shock again from Hadley. That's huge. Yep, Mega used that right away. I don't think he connects on the Wendy, but has Maracas in front of him here. Could go for maybe a green. No, get taken
Going a
off.
heart as well, that's big. But I think 1-4? Or, yeah, like 1-4 at the moment. Ooh, and has a bill too. Hadley probably getting a good spot here. Gets second, 2-3-5? Or, oh, no, 2-4-6-8. Oh, not particularly good. Wow. I think after his bill, I think he might have got hit by the bill or something. I'm not sure what happened there. Down 5 now. That's not what you wanted after that solid race there, but yeah, I don't particularly know what happened there to cause all that. Maybe something happened, but we're going to Choco Mountain RT, and again with the loop, and I think in the last war SDK came back on a shock, and they managed to get a really good race out of it. So yeah, definitely SDK definitely looking to replicate that again, and definitely make some adjustments. Down 5 going into, I believe this is the 6th race or something. I forget. But yeah, I'm not sure what needs to be done necessarily, but we're starting off immediately, and SanchZ getting a good start here into top 2 starting off, and yeah, but easily spots are always fluctuating, and basically what's happening is yeah, it's early on in the race. Ooh, gets redded, but I think we did manage to make the gap there, and it manages to, but Anony looking at a top 3-6 at the moment. So if maybe looking to replicate the last war, SDK looking to pull shock here to potentially pull off what they did last war. So
Okay, sorry, sorry about that. I'm here again. So came back just in time. I saw back spam onto someone holding a star, the Anony member, and this. Oh yikes! Yikes from SanchZ, getting hit off the ramp here.
Really unfortunate there.
He has the bill at least to recover, but
also
not
looking
ideal.
like a no shock race, and Anony looking. Oh wait a minute! Baseball Club getting that huge hit there, and top 3, exactly like the last war. That was exactly like the last war. Wow, it looks like this track is certainly STK's track. Top 3-7, good race.
Yeah, definitely nice play there from Baseball. Again, MVP of the war. I don't think he intends to lose it. Very, very nice stuff there. Unfortunate for SanchZ, but he ended up recovering partially because of Baseball's play, so very good job there. And yeah, that does appear to be STK's track, so personally not a fan myself, but if SDK can make it work for them, that's really going to be helpful here in these semifinal matches. So heading to PC1. Again, we saw this last time, and we talked about how really one hit here, and you're pretty much done for. There's very little catch-up potential. You have this one shroom cut. Maybe SanchZ gets a shroom here. No. First place does, however. Yeah, he's going to use that right away. That's probably the most distance that you can make on this track with the mushroom. So that was a really nice play. And right away, top 2-4 for Anony. Again, it's very hard to break. Yeah, very hard to break these top spots. SanchZ has to yield to this red. He can't take this
one of them having a red, that's really big, and yeah.
Wow.
Unfortunate.
And no chain for him either. This looks very bad.
This looks very bad. Definitely looking like maybe a top, I'd say top like 3.
And Baseball makes some hero plays though in third. We'll have to see.
Oh no, he wanted to go for the boost ramp to take probably that cut, but does not get it. And the shock though coming into play, but bottom 2, not good. Not good for STK.
There we go. DIT, the T-tier himself, holding down first. But Baseball, I don't know if he made a hero play or if second place just didn't take the glider, but he gets second. But either way, 1, 3, 5, 6, that's huge. That's exactly what they needed there. -7 or +7 for Anony, sorry. So that's, again, we're at a difference of 1 point after 7.
Yeah, definitely much needed, I'd say, for Anony there. And we're going into Calamari Desert, so this track particularly only really has the ending for a shortcut, I'd say. And you have to, since this is like a 1-lap track, you have to make sure you're making a lot of adjustments throughout the race. So.
Yeah, for sure. So, early shroom here for SanchZ. Yeah, he's gonna take first right off the bat. That's a good play. Try to get side red him. Yeah, there we go. Nice side red there. Onto New York.
Yeah, definitely. And top 3 already coming in from STK. Starting off here in this last section really strong, and I personally think that if Anony wants to catch up, I think they might need Shock because SDK is going to hold this, and with Hadley being in last, which is so key and important, I don't know if they're going to necessarily catch up here. And pulling a horn, that's big in case of a blue, and looks like SanchZ will be keeping first and dodging the blue, much needed horn, and them getting top 2-4 out of that, and Hadley even gaining a spot as well. So much needed race from SDK. Top 2-4-7, much needed, and a winning race, and will put them back in a more comfortable lead, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. I think SanchZ just played that perfectly, you know, using the shroom in the optimal spot. Side red onto New York was really huge. Paved the way to give STK most of the front presence there, and then the horn to top it off. So really good play from SanchZ there to take first. So yeah, that's how that track plays, and he did it very nicely. So heading to Armax Choco Island 1. This track very dependent on that last shortcut, and we'll see how it plays out. Hadley definitely going to want to get Shock here. This track is so favorable with Shock. You can win without it, obviously, if you get the right items. So, but Hadley definitely going to stay in last regardless to try and pull it.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, this track, I'd say, I'd say you could catch up here. It's, possible, very much so. And yeah, immediately starting off with top 1-3, keeps fluctuating with STK, and but yeah, this is really good starting off though. And but gets redded.
Yeah,
so that's not
nice
really
red.
Now they're 2-5 or 2-4. So yeah, definitely good for Anony now. Looking good, unless SDK pulling Shock. I don't know if they're gonna necessarily get in these top spots, I'd say.
Yeah, that's nice from SanchZ. That Lewis had that shroom from the first set, and he did a nice job. Is that a side red? Oh, not quite. But he has the shroom for the ending. Will he be able to keep
first here unless the red? Yep.
There's the red. Yeah, I kind of expected that. He'll still be able to take the cut, and this is a huge race for STK still. Hadley falls at the very end. That was going to be a 1-3-4-5.
Yeah, that would have been really good, but still good. Still good, still winning. Still winning for STK. Definitely need it after that first lap of being down so much, but yeah, solid race.
Yeah, I think Anony put up a nice effort. They knew to throw their reds before the STK members could take cut, but you still can recover pretty quickly, especially with your trick boost you get too from the ramp. You still recover pretty quickly after getting redded in that situation. So, yeah, Lewis pulling that shroom first set, even though he fell to like 5th, that still ended up being really strong for them. Because just shroom is probably the best item on that track. I mean, obviously there's like stars and megas, but shrooms, just because you can pull them first set, it makes them so valuable.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
heading into
going into Rainbow Road, I think this is the T version, and no shortcuts, 0 shortcuts here. So you're gonna have to either one, pull really good items, or two, run really well. And that's what SanchzZ is trying to do here at the moment.
Yeah, the respawnless version of this track was patched, so those nice respawns next to the mushrooms are gone. Ooh, yeah, if he didn't have that shroom, he would have been redded off. That was a nice red from whoever that was on Anony's side. Top 3 now.
Yeah, definitely good here for Anony, but Blue Shell could do something. But yeah, gets the blue off. Probably gonna get a few people. Not sure if that got anybody. Putting the shot coming into play, and that was definitely an STK shock. I think that was Luis who dodged, getting into first, and now top 2-4 for STK. Really, really huge, really huge.
Yep, really nice shock play there. Basically confirming Lewis is first. There's no way he loses that, and
Top 2-4-8. Good race.
Yeah, baseball even getting 4th there. So that's yeah, really good stuff here. SDK are just running away with this now. That's 3 winning races in a row. And that puts them, I believe, at a plus 25, plus 23. Plus 26. Math is hard. Plus 26 with, what is that, 2 left? That, again, another tall order. We saw Anony almost pull it off, but SDK with the shock play, ruining that for them. It's not mathematically impossible, but 26 with 2 left, that is a pretty tall order still.
Yeah, that's definitely, I don't know necessarily if they're going to come back from that, because they couldn't do it in match 1. I don't think they're going to do it in match 2. I think SDK is looking really good at the moment. They keep getting into these top spots after being bottom a lot. So, especially on this track, I think they're going to do well here. And I think they're going to maintain. But starting off, yep, top 2 at the moment. With 6-8, keeps fluctuating. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to necessarily hold this. I don't think SanchzZ is going to necessarily hold this, so they got to keep that in mind as well. So
They might now. Second place was just taken out. SDK playing this a little differently than they did last time. Anony could capitalize on this, but we see that 6 through 8 is a little farther behind than the rest of the pack. SanchzZ with another horn here. He's looking really good to keep this. He could even just use this on the cut if he wanted to hit Anony. Not quite. Anony's going to yield. Yeah, good play from them, but that is going to be curtains.
That's going to be GG's, I think. 1, 3, 4, 7, I think. Yeah, that will be. SDK, I believe, will be taking match 2 as well, so SDK will be moving on to the finals. Good on them.
Yeah, congratulations to SDK. Yeah, all they needed there was a winning race, or even they could even afford a losing race by a tiny bit to maintain that, but that is going to be SDK moving on to finals next week.
Against the winner of Alka and Cyan Butterfly, which I think Alka took match 1, but I think match 2 is currently going on still, so we personally do not know who's winning that match at the moment, but we're could go to a match 3, that match, so you gotta always keep that in mind.
Yeah, we'll have to look at the progress of that at the end of this race here. Again, SDK, they're just playing this race for fun. No real purpose to it, but gotta play out the war. SanchzZ going with the wonderful off-roader. Very great choice of vehicle here. So, yeah, really, SDK, they have the front presence. And I think they did a little bit more with their pack play this war in comparison to the first war. And that helped them even more. But definitely, again, front presence is their strongest suit, whether it's Baseball or SanchZ up there, or Lewis even. Um, when they have the top spots, they really don't lose them. And that's going to be great going into next week. Especially with Hadley, if Hadley plays next week and stays in last. Really, what Hadley is for this team is that backup in case their running doesn't play out the way they want it to. And it's just been really huge for them.
Yeah, definitely. He's been a key factor of making sure they pull shock, and he's been pulling a lot of shocks to help this team out lately. And Nani is just unable to find a proper response for Hadley, I'd say. So good on SDK and Hadley for putting up that strategy. And it's really working out and paid off for them this war.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think they're going to end it off on a strong note. Still, like the last war, I think that's still going to be possibly winning. So, yeah, good stuff from SDK to finish off strong and taking the win here. Good stuff to them, and also good stuff to Nani though. Playing well at the same time. It was really back and forth throughout the entire match, and SanchZ putting up that meme there, and yeah, good stuff. Just good stuff in general, honestly.
Yes. LFG indeed for STK. Great stuff today. One thing I do want to point out is that SanchZ in particular was pretty nervous going into this match, just because Anony has. I think Anony was one of their 2 losses they took in the regular season. SDK went 8-2. Anony did beat them. It was one of the teams that beat them. So, definitely a match that they were a little more nervous about. And they just played it really well. Baseball again with the MVP too, by the way. I want to point that out. Just amazing running from him all throughout this match. He's really just been that solid player that, I think any team really needs a player like Baseball, who's just so super solid in the front, pack play wise and just running wise. Just really great stuff from him. Maybe we can get to see the table again before we close it out, or potentially the results of the other match here. Although I think their match did start a little later than this one, so maybe not. Yeah, we'll see if there's a table in the next few minutes, but if not, we will close out again next week. At the same time, we'll be having our finals match, STK and the winner of Cyan and Alpha. We do have a few more announcements before the stream ends, but again, I do want to see if we can get getting a table made to talk about here, but I guess we can talk about those announcements now. So, for those who are unaware, the Mario Kart Cup is starting very soon. I believe we're 2 weeks away from matches. So, the group draw for the event is today. It's actually starting in an hour and a half at 12 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/endgame1. And all 3 games are being done at the same time. MKT is the last game to be drawn, so it'll be later on in the stream, but it's definitely a really good stream. Some really good analysis of all the teams that are playing in the event across all the games. It's a really good show, so definitely head on over to that. Again, that's 12 p.m. Eastern and 1.5 hours from now. And then we also have MKU Primetime. They are also playing their semifinals today. at 2 p.m. Eastern. That's, I believe, they're doing WF1 and Secret X. That is going to be one match. I think, personally, I'm not very up to date with MKT nowadays, but if any team is going to take WF down, Secret X is a team that can do it. Their match was very close the one time they played, or maybe they played them twice. I just remember one match was within 20 points between those two. And again, WF have won, is it 5 or 6 seasons in a row of MKU, so Secret X, tall order for them, but it'll be a good match regardless. That's happening later on today as well on this channel.
Yeah, definitely, and looking forward to both the, as you said, the group draw and the Primetime. Definitely stay tuned for both of those events. Highly recommend watching those. So, yeah, as you said.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this table, but it ended up being plus 34. So a plus 46 and a plus 34, those are two very solid matches. Solid match wins for SDK. But yeah, with that, I don't think we're gonna see a table anytime soon. So I think that is gonna end it here for us. Thanks again for watching. Finals will be next week at the same time. We will have that announcement ready hopefully earlier this week because we know who we're casting right off the bat. But yeah, again, congratulations to SDK. Anony, again, I do want to point out their very first season in CWL, at least like our CWL. I think they've played the Japanese version of it, but the very first season in our version, in Division 1 no less, and they made it to playoffs. So really good job from them. Definitely looking forward to seeing them again next season. And congratulations again to SDK. And we will see you guys next week for our finals coverage.